took me to the backpack first. She took me to the backpack. And she was like, so I got your test back and I'm being real. Okay, hold on. Okay, wait right there. So I'm digging up in there. Ain't nothing in here. So it's just like the catfish is really getting fried throughout the day. So phone call from him. Hey, I'm so sorry. I actually know who gave it to me. I just got off the phone with her. Welcome back, Jews and Jems. Welcome back, Jews and Jems, to my channel. I am back with another story time. If you're new to my channel, my name is Shaye. The channel is just Shaye. I kind of felt kind of weird having it so long. I make story times, travel vlogs, tips and tricks, day in the life, weekend in life. And back in the old days, I used to do stripper vlogs. If you like the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to my returning Jews and Jems. Make sure your post notification bell is on and set to all, because YouTube is a hater. And to my 2 Live crew, what it do? I'm sorry, you guys. So I put a poll up on my Instagram, and right now, currently 3 stories are tied for number 1 as of 2 seconds ago. And the stories that I put up there and asked them to vote for were the ones I was going to go on live and ask you guys to vote for. And I just didn't never have the energy to just go back on live. Like, I just have not been having the energy. So the story times, as these are the ones for the month of July, because July is almost over with. And you guys know I have not been posting more than once a week lately. So I wanted to be a little realistic. Maybe I'll squeeze in 2 videos before July's over with. Whatever's left over will get done in August. So, tied for first place is Left in Atlanta, Miami Brawl. And last but not least, he said I gave him a clap. So here we are. Because it's tied for the top 3 spots, and for a little minute it was holding the number 1 spot, I'm going to do he thought I gave him a clap. Because I've been wanting to do that story for a little while now, you guys. So let's get straight into it. So most of these stories, as you know, took place when I was in college. And this one took place when I was in college. So, I was talking to this guy. I had just started talking to this guy. It was, what year was this? 2018, going into 2019. The only reason I remember that because it was because when we get to the end of the story, I'm gonna tie it all together. But I know it was end of 2018 going into 2019. So at this time, I was in my last spring semester of college. Right, I was a junior 2018 fall, and I came back as a senior, first semester senior 2019. Right. So this guy I was talking to, his name, we're going to call him DJ, right? So DJ, he was like a year younger than me, and he was underneath me. So he was a sophomore, because technically I was supposed to be a junior 2018, 2019, but I told y'all I ended up graduating college in 3 years. So I ain't really too much, mind, because I wasn't doing the traditional route, whatever you want to say, you know what I'm saying, to college. Most kids get 2 semesters of everything, so I really wasn't holding that against him, being that he was a sophomore at the time. I was then now a first semester senior. I didn't care because I was supposed to be a second semester junior, right? Whatever. So I was kind of iffy. The only reason I can't get it out, I'm so excited to get the story out, but the only reason I was talking to him is because my best friend, as you guys know, y'all see Nemo all the time in my travel vlogs. Nemo and my other friend at the time, who we were like a little trio a little bit, they were in choir, and he was a part of the ensemble choir with them, and they had introduced me to him one day in the studio when the third friend of our trio was making a song. So I was like, okay, cool. He seen whatever. He had swiped up my Snapchat when I had posted a picture one time. And I still remember the picture, but I don't know if I'll be able to find it in my memories. And I had this cute little romper set on I had got from Rainbow. I had did a try on haul on my YouTube at the time, this same YouTube channel. And I had a slick back ponytail. Ponytail was so long to the ground, baby. It was down to the ground. I remember that he had swiped up and said something real flirty. So that's how we initially started communicating. And then like maybe after a couple weeks or whatever, we was hanging out, walking around. Now, I didn't get no buzz, and that's what I hated about Florida Memorial, because I wish before you did something with the person, the buzz and the word on the curve would have hit you before you decided to drop your panties, because the word on the curve was not hitting. And I was just like, you know, I'm hanging out with him, I'm walking around with him, and I ain't hearing nothing. So I'm thinking, okay, finally I got me a little lame, he ain't trying to be in everybody's face. You know what I'm saying? I got one of those. That's what I thought. So we start getting real close, whatever. And I was telling him, like, if we do it, I just want you to know I'm the type of girl that I keep condoms on me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I keep the rubs on me because I just, you know what I'm saying? I just don't want to end up pregnant. That's what my mind was at. I wasn't even, y'all want the STE, you know what I'm saying? But I also don't want the babies, because I had just had a pregnancy scare, not even less than 2 months before that. So, you know, and that story time is on my channel as well. But I just was like, yeah. He was like, cool. So about, I say maybe a month into us kicking it, talking, chatting on the phone, talking on the phone all the time, FaceTime and stuff like that. He goes to my room and it's getting real hot and steamy, and I'm like, okay, cool. I can see we about to do the nasty. And I tell him, hold on, let me do it the correct way. Here, you know what I'm saying? Here, like, put it on. And he was like, man, this is when I realized men are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. So I'm like, here, put it on. He was like, man, like, he was real hesitant, like, I don't really want to put it on. So he moving out extra slow and stuff. So I'm peeping game, like, mind you, I'm already butt bookie. So I'm just like, what's the problem? I'm thinking in my head, like, why is he moving so slow? Like, he really don't want to put it on for real. So now I'm seeing him, and what he did was like, and I've seen guys do this in my younger days. Normally nowadays, like with the older guys that know, like, I'm 25, don't play with me, they would never do this. But like when you're younger and guys think they're a quarter slick and sharpen the whistle, they try you. But you know, I'm sitting here looking at him, and he rolls the thing. Let me show y'all. Hey, ladies, put in the comment section if you know what I'm talking about. This is the back end of the good stuff. So he puts it like right here, and then he rolls it up. So you know how it's supposed to go all the way, or at least, you know what I'm saying, somewhat all the way there. Instead of doing that, he rolls it forward, and then he pushes it to right here. So I'm like, why are you doing it? I've always been a very bold person, especially in the bedroom. So I'm like, why are you doing that? He was like, oh, it's not going to fit all the way. And I said, but why are you? I said, you need to make sure that don't come off, because you putting it way too far down. Like, you done rolled it up, and then you putting it towards the end. You trying to, I kind of get what you're doing, because if you put men want some type of sensation, and a lot of guys complain about, oh, when I have it on, it don't feel the same. Hey, listen, you know, we can't always win. So I'm like, okay, and maybe he's trying to get, because it's going to be a little slip and slide records down there. So I get, maybe he want to feel just a little bit of it, but that's dangerous, what you doing. And I was very, very, very adamant at the time about not doing it with him without a condom, because something just in my spirit wasn't sitting right. And I'm being so very honest. Something in my spirit was just telling me to not have a condom. Like, you, Shaye, Miss Lady, you have to. So we doing good so far. You know, we hit a position or two. Now he want me to get off the side of the bed and do a couple bed shots. So I'm like, cool. So now I'm climbing down off the bed. If you watching my college moving days, stuff like that, you'll see how high my bed used to be. I think that's why I have my bed so low to the ground now, because I used to be like way off in the air. So I was sitting up off the side of the bed, and I'm like sitting there waiting for him to put it back in there, and he like doing a lot of moving around. So I'm just like, what the fuck is he doing? So You know what I'm saying? I turn around like, what's going on? He's like, oh, no, nothing. First of all, I knew it was a lie. Because it's taking you too long to just, you know what I'm saying? Unless you spitting on it, what is taking so long? You know what I'm saying? And that don't even take long. You can do that with it inside of me. You know what I'm saying? So, next thing you know, when he put it back in, it feels completely different. My ladies, please, I'm asking you in the comment section. You know what I'm talking about. We know what it feels like when it got a rub on there and when that's meat to meat. We know the difference. And it felt like meat to meat. So I'm just like, what the fuck? So I instantly like push off of him like, and I look down and there's nothing there. So I'm hot. I'm 38 hot. Cause I just told you when we first met, and I told you right when we started getting into the moment, hey, I'm very adamant about us using protection. And so for you to try to be slick and take it off, now you got me mad. So now I'm flick the motherfucking lights back on. Where it's gone? Where it's gone? Oh, I think it might be inside you. It might be inside you. Now, mind you, I done had a few incidences back in the days where it was indeed inside of me. That thing is, I used to call it a snapper back in college because that thing was snatched that corner right on my, okay? I had a couple incidents we got to dig up in there and get that thing up out of there. But I knew at this point in time it wasn't the snatcher who had snatched the corner. It was your ass. You had did something. So I'm like, I'm being real. Okay, hold on. Okay, wait, right there. So I'm digging up in there. Ain't nothing in here. Ain't nothing in there. I done took a lot of condoms out this coochie. Ain't in there. So now I'm like, now where's that then? So I'm looking around the room. Now my room ain't but so big, and I ain't talking about this one. In college, my room wasn't but so big. So I'm looking around. He done threw the condom it's on the floor by the bed, but it's not right where we at. It's like off to the side. Cause I guess maybe when I turn around, asked him like, "What you doing?" It probably kind of spooked him, so he threw it. So I'm like, we wasn't even over here for it to have fell off over here. You had done thrown it. So he like, oh no. I said, no, you playing with me right now. You really trying me for real. I'm like, bro, this is turning me all the way off. So he like, nah, let me just make it up to you. I'm gonna eat it for you. I'm gonna eat it. So then he go down there and eat this hot pot, right? So I'm like, cool, whatever. But when you go back in there, put one of these on. Yeah, thank you. So when he was doing that, right, he ate it, went back, got one of these. Here we go again. Now we in a different position. I don't even know. I don't remember what position it was. I really don't. Don't get me the line. All I know is he did it again. So at this point, I'm just like, to me, you really playing in my face for real. Like, to me, you don't care what I'm saying, and you don't care about my body. I'm deliberately telling you, and this is strike number 2. So I'm just like, hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and wrap it up. Let's go ahead and, because clearly you can't. Let's go ahead and call it quits on this. So he leaves. I'm like, bro, I wanted to swing on him so bad, but I wasn't in my violent state yet of life. So I call up my friends, like, yeah, tell them what's going on. Like, I was like, that's very suspicious. I don't like that. Like, I feel like if I didn't tell you, you could take it off, I did feel like you taking advantage of me and you abusing the situation. Like, that's just fucked up. Like, you got to think about it, a baby, and then also STDs. Like, I had not been tested with you, and that's something that I like back then, especially like to utilize the local school clinic. It was free to us. We get tested for free. So I hadn't been down there with you yet to make sure you clean. So, and you also making sure I'm clean. Now me, I go every 3 months. So my last partner before him, I had went November 2018. And that's when I had the whole baby scare and all that good stuff, and we'll talk about that again. If y'all want me to revisit that story time, I'll retell it. But that's when I was going through the whole Miss Black and Gold pageant. It was a lot happening at once when I was in college. So I'm just like, yeah, I just feel like DJ got me fucked up. Like, why do I have to tell you numerous times to stop taking the condom? It's like I just feel like you violate me at this point. So I told him, I kicked him out. I told him to go back to his dorm. So he like, yeah, That's kind of creepy. Like, I never took him for the type of dude that'll do something like that. I was like, me neither. But at the same time, it's just like, maybe he was just real eager, because he was giving off eager vibes. And I hate doing things with men that come in eager. And you can tell when a man is overly eager that you're finally, or you're giving them some of that cootie. Like, the way they give you head, it just be, you could tell they just too excited, too happy. They moving too fast. They getting themselves aroused too fast. They ain't even touch you yet. You know what I'm saying? And they just bouncing off the motherfucking wall. Just bouncing. And that's the energy he was getting. I was just like, see, I don't got time for that. And it just was, it was real eerie. And something in my spirit just was not feeling right about the whole interaction. So boom, next day, whatever. I wake up, go to class. I feel like I'm getting a rising under my armpit. I don't feel nothing. Maybe it's just tight right there from working out. But, so next day, wake up, getting dressed for class. I go to the bathroom like I do every morning to go pee. And I'm like, it's a little tangy. It's a little tangy. Now, mind you, I know my body. And I know my pH. I know my normal pH. I know my period pH. I know my ovulating pH. And I know my this shit stink pH. I don't know who coochie this is. But this is not my coochie. And this was a moment of, this ain't my coochie. This is a little funky donkey. So I'm just like, maybe I need to take another shower. Because, you know, last night I did what I did. I took a shower, but maybe I need to take another one. Maybe it's still a little bit of residue, you know, left over me from when he was down there. You know, I don't know. So, go take a little shower, get ready to go to my class, my first class. So now mind y'all, I used to love wearing, I got some on right now. You think I'm lying? Oh, y'all seen it when I caught my leg up. I used to love wearing some gray tights back in college because I just don't like pants. I don't like jeans. I don't like feeling restricted. So I just love some gray tights. So some gray tights and whatever I had on, right? I go to class. I sit down in the seat. That sit down air come up to my nose. I'm like, God damn, this shit funky. Why does it smell like this? So I'm just like thrown off by my own smell. So I'm thinking like, now I'm getting conscientious, like, maybe my period is on and I don't realize it. Maybe because I hop straight in the shower instead of like checking, making sure like I wiped and was no blood. So now I'm like, Professor Moss, can I go to the bathroom? He like, cool, all that, black love, whatever. So I go to the bathroom, I go check myself like, was I bleeding this whole time? I didn't realize it because I got on gray. So now I really got to shoot back to my room if my period did come on. So I'm going, I'm checking. I'm like, no. I'm patting. There's no blood coming. I don't see any signs of dry blood or blood coming out or nothing. And at this time, it was not my time for my cycle. So I'm just like, what is going on? It's giving stank, period. You know what I'm saying? Smell real catfish. Like, so I'm just like, this is bothering me. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. You tripping. Throughout the day, baby, it just feel like through the day, mind you, I'm sweating, I'm walking from class. My school was in Miami Gardens. Baby, it be hot in Miami. So not only am I sweating, I'm walking around, chafing, all that good stuff, I'm in the Florida heat, blazing down on this twat pot. So it's just like the catfish is really getting fried throughout the day. So the more and more classes I go to, the more and more I sit down, I go to the calf, I sit down. I'm like, God damn, every time I stand up, every time I walk away. So I'm getting conscious. I'm thinking like, if I can smell it, I feel like my people around me can smell it. And now I feel like the stank friend. So in the middle of the day, I'm like, maybe it's the panties. I don't know. Maybe it's the tights. I go change, put on a whole new outfit. I take the panties off, I take everything off. I change, put a different outfit on. So I'm just like, this is bothering my spirit. This is really, my cat has never been this thing. Now, mind you, I know my pH gets off a little bit every time I have sex with somebody different. And it can be off in a good way. Like, I've had, done it with guys, and my pH was like we never even did anything. And then there's times I've had sex with guys, and then my pH is off just a little bit. Like, it's not stank, but I can tell, like, whatever bacteria, germs, or whatever cells of his peeing has some type of effect on it, but it's not a stank pH. It's just like, yeah, you did something with somebody. Like, your body is not your normal. So then this I have never had. So I'm just like, okay, let me change my clothes. Let me try something else. So I changed my clothes, put on something a little bit more thicker. So maybe if people can't smell me this time around with what I got on, it won't bounce off as much. Oh, girl. I was like, oh, I'm not going to make it throughout the whole day. I changed and I could still smell me. So I got to the point where I didn't even want people to come into the bathroom stall behind me because I felt like, you know, ladies, that person, when you come in behind them and they be like, damn, bitch. You know what I'm saying? I felt like that was going to be me. I feel like somebody was going to come in. So I would only use the bathroom if I was the only person in there. And I would hurry up. If I was still the only person, I would hurry up, get up, and then flush the toilet, run out to the sink. Because if you come in, I don't need you to know which stall I was in. I don't need you to find, I don't even, no. You go in there and I'm going to be out the door. I don't even want to see the reaction. That's how stank it was getting. It was getting worse and worse and worse throughout the day. So the next day when I woke up, right, I was like, I'm still stank. It was worse, sir, the second day. So I'm like, now I'm really feeling like it's DJ. I'm starting to think to myself, he gave me something. Because not only am I now stink, when I woke up the next day, I was then itching as well. So I had an itch that I didn't have the day prior. And I'm stank and I'm itching. How that's gonna work? So I text DJ, and let me see, because this is my old phone. Let me see if I can find our messages. I may not be able to, but I text DJ, and I'm like, girl, I do got our messages, and this is on his this is on his what's it called, iCloud thing. So damn, this is after the fact. This because this say May 30th. This is after the fact. I know that for. I'm coming home. What did I have his name saved as? I just watched everybody yesterday because I found it yesterday. Shoot! Took me forever to find these messages. So I text him. Okay, now I'm itching and scratching and itching and scratching. I'm thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking, right? So then I'm like, something bothers me. I just can't. I can't. I'm gonna go to the clinic. Boom. Ditch my classes. Go down to the clinic that's in building 3. Go in there. I tell the lady, like, this what's going on. I'm itching and scratching. My pH is all the way off. It is stank, ain't down there. So she's like, okay, urine test, blood test. And she was like, I'm gonna tell you right now, it probably take about a week to come back. If we don't call you, that means your test came back clear. I'm like, yeah, I know the drill. Because I go every 3 months. So I'm like, yeah, So she was like, we call you, just come over here. Of course, you know, we can't disclose certain information over the phone, but when you come down here, we'll talk, whatever. So they run the test, do the little thing, blah, blah, blah. I leave. So now I'm just like, okay, whatever. I got to play it cool because I don't know. Maybe I could have BV, so I could have yeast infection. It could be anything. It don't necessarily have to be a STI or STD, but usually that's where our mind go soon as something wrong with the cat. So I say about 2, maybe 3 days later, I get a call from the doctor, not the nurse, from the doctor. The lady that sat in front of me said, I don't call you in a week. That means you're clean. Hey, Miss Morris, where are you at? I said, oh, I'm about to, no, I think I was, where was I at? In my room? I think I was in my room at the time. I was in my room. It was early, like crack of dawn early. I was like, I'm in my room about to get ready for my class. Cause I used to have an 8 o'clock class, a couple 8 o'clock classes. And she was like, I need you to come over to the clinic right now. Some things came back on your test. And I was like, what came back on my test? She was like, I can't disclose that over the telephone, but you have to come here, let them know that you're here to see me, check in, and then we'll talk when you get here. And I'm like, oh my God. Okay. So I'm like panicking. So I don't say nothing. I just throw my clothes on, get down there, go to the clinic. I'm checking in, waiting in the lobby. I'm just scared. It's 7 o'clock. I think it was 7 o'clock in the morning, something like that. So I'm sitting in the lobby just looking. Now, mind you, the lobby ain't nothing but 4 chairs and a glass plate with a dough on the side. So I'm just like, oh my God, somebody walk past and they see me in here. I'm like, I look like I got STD. So I'm just like, oh my God. So she called me back to the back. She put me in room 1 or 2, I don't remember. And she closes the door. She said, no, actually she took me to the backpack first. She took me to the backpack. And she was like, so I got your test back, and Miss Morris, you have, what she said? Which one is chlamydia? She said, you have chlamydia. That's what it was, chlamydia. She said, you have chlamydia. And so my eyes must have got so big, because she was like, nothing else came back positive. You know, you don't have herpes, you don't have, AIDS or HIV, chlamydia is clear, or what she said, curable. I can't even get it out. It's very curable. Don't worry, you just have to take this shot and some pills. Blah, blah, blah. She was like, and I'm gonna be honest with you, Miss Morris. We do need the name of your partner or the contact information, because they would need to come down here and get tested as well, or go to their local clinic and get tested, because how did she explain it? She said, when running your tests, you did not have a significant number of cells. We almost did not catch it. It's very, very new. So if you got it, it had to be within less than a month ago that you got it, because you don't have a lot of cells. Now, normally we would advise people to wait about a week or so, or maybe 2 weeks, to come in after having sex with a new partner, so that it's easier for us to detect when we're doing the test, because if you don't have enough cells, it may come back negative, and then you don't come back for another 2 to 3 months to get tested again, and by that time your symptoms can be very worse. So she was like, I'm glad you came in as early as you did, caught it, da da da. But yeah, whoever you did have intercourse with, most likely they already had it, so they need to come in as soon as possible. So I'm like, I only did something with one person in the past 30 days. So now I'm just like, them motherfucker done gave me the clap. Okay. So I text sis at 7:25 a.m. I said, when I get off at 1, I am going to call when I get close. Please answer, right? He did not text back until 9:35. So I think I tried to say 11, because it say the number 1 and then the letter I. I don't know what I told him, but all I know is I ended up calling him, and he answered, and I told him. So I said, you need to get to the clinic, because the lady said whoever my partner is, they need to come in and get tested. You don't have to tell them that you're my partner. You just tell them that you come and get tested. So he went down in that morning, got tested. Boom, long story short, when they did his inspection, because yes, I'm telling his business, because y'all don't know who DJ is, but DJ, you know who you are. So when they did his inspection, he had symptoms already, like drip drop symptoms. So mind you, he was telling me like, oh, he was having a little bit of pain, this, that, and the third, and he was having some hard times going to the bathroom. He was sitting, like, when we was talking, because after that day, he did not come back to my room. So we was just chit-chatting on the phone, stuff like that. So he was telling me how he was having a hard time getting to the bathroom, whatever. So he just be sitting in his room all day, because every time he went to the bathroom, he was feeling like uncomfortable, whatever. So I'm just like, when he leave his thing, he telling me on the phone, like, yeah, when the doctor had did my exam, like, I was telling her that I was having some dripping coming from my pee-pee. I'm like, dripping? Coming from your pee-pee? Okay. So he's like, yeah, whatever. So they were on his test. The lady I'm pretty sure not a lot of students come in and get tested throughout this. I know she probably put it together, and knowing him, he may have told her that my partner tested positive for chlamydia. I'm here, whatever. So, but when they did his thing, he was telling her that he was dripping a little bit. So I'm just like, you knew you was dripping, and you see what I'm talking about? This is why my ancestors were telling me not to do nothing with him without that's why I was feeling like I was feeling. So I was like, why would you just not disclose this information to me? You have it to me. So then he come back and he's talking about, I have to get the pills tomorrow. I said, call me. Problem is my $20 is missing. What the fuck got to do with me? I said, so what are you going to do? The shot isn't going to be effective. Because the lady was telling me, once you get the shot, because she shot me in my booty cheek. Yeah, she told me to bend over and put the shot in my ass. And she told me she was sending a prescription to my CVS, the CVS that my drug dealer used to work at. And you had to take the pills in order for it not to come back, for it to work, whatever. So I was like, so the pills are not going to be effective? So a whole lot of back and forth was going on. Unnecessary chit chatter. So long story short, it was me trying to help him. I was very much furious at him, but I was trying to help him make sure he get his stuff. So I was taking him to the pharmacy, in the car, and I was just talking about how could you do this, and third. If you would have gave me something that I can't get rid of, you would have stuck me for life, because I'm not finna let you give me something and then going about your merry way while I'm over here looking sick as a dog. That's why I told you you need to use a condom when we have sex, but then you want to do it. And he was like, well, you gave me the chlamydia because the lady told me I had it in my throat. And he was like, the only person coochie I ate in the past, whatever, is your coochie. So I was like, but she told me that it was an early onset of chlamydia because there was barely enough cells. They almost didn't even detect that I had chlamydia. And until I had sex with you, my pH balance was just fine. And I wasn't itching and scratching and smell like Mr. Krabs. So it's real funny how you trying to say, I gave you chlamydia because it's in your throat. You ever thought about when you took the condom off and you was hitting me from the back? And then I told you not to do that when I realized you took the condom off and you thought it would be best to apologize by eating my coochie. You don't think the germs and bacteria from your dirty dick that you sucked back out of my coochie was the reason why you had it in your throat? You didn't, that never came across your mind? So I'm in the car going off on them because I now got to spit you with facts, because how dare you try to say I gave you something. Baby, don't play with me. I go every 3 months. And the dude I was just messing with beforehand, we only did it with condoms. So ain't no way I got it from somebody else. Ain't no way I've been at it. It's early onset. They barely could detect my cells. Thank you very much. Trying to say I gave you something. So now we dead ass arguing in the car because he's trying to say I gave him. I said, no, I don't know who you was fucking with or are fucking with. Right now that you're not willing to admit, probably y'all been doing whatever y'all been doing and you been tricking off on with her, and maybe she dirty and she gave you something, or you both dirty. How about that? And y'all gave each other the stuff, and then you, instead of getting tested before you moved on to the next person, you came and tried to diddle-daddle with me and try to be nasty and do it with no rubber with me. And unlike her, I get tested. So I caught it before it became a big problem in my life. So don't sit up in my face and tell me I gave you something I know for a fact I didn't give you. I said, matter of fact, since you're trying to play in my face and say I gave you something, I'm going to go back to the clinic and I'm going to get my test from 3 months ago when I had myself tested before I start dealing with you. So now I'm mad. Now I'm hot. I'm hot, because don't play in my face like I'm just some dirty bitch. Because before that, I had never had nothing. Y'all got to remember, I was dealing with, I love y'all, Dilla, my freshman year, and we was pop locking and dropping it, baby. I'm talking about he had me bent over any every kind of way, because Big Daddy was spending big coins to give me big love and big affection. So I was giving Big Daddy this big cat. You know what I'm saying? So he was getting it raw dog. You know what I'm saying? Big Daddy had me caught like a pistol. So I just like, if I would have got something, baby, I would have got it back then. Because after him, it was, ain't no glove, ain't no love. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I was just really in my feelings because how dare you try me like that. So now at this point, I'm calling up my aunt in Jacksonville because she my gangster aunt. I can really talk. I can really pop my shit and cuss on the phone with her. My other aunts, I gotta be like respectful and stuff. So I cuss around this aunt. I had to tell her the tea. So I'm sitting on the phone. I'm in the motherfucking in front of the what is it called? The abandoned dorms. I can't remember what we called them. I can't remember what it was called. But the old abandoned dorms at Flomo, I'm standing over there. I'm popping hot shit on the phone. Yo, auntie, he got the motherfucking nerve to sit and try to say I gave him some shit. I'm just popping shit. So I'm just like, yeah, he got me fucked up. Mind you, I'm sitting here running hot shit on the phone. And my aunt, and she trying to give me advice and stuff like that. Because she knew about my ex before that. The one I was in love with. My sophomore boyfriend after my king. So my kingpin was my freshman year. And then my stanky leg, the one that used to do the stanky leg, him who cheated on me with my sorority sister, that was my sophomore year. So now, now this is supposed to be our junior year, but I'm a senior, you know what I'm saying? So him and his frat brothers are walking past because they're walking to the front to leave out. So they walking through the courtyard, and I'm by the abandoned building talking on the phone. So I see them coming. So now I got to get a little more calm because I don't need him to see me hot, bothered, and distressed. Even if it's not about him, I need him to think I'm cool as a cucumber around this bitch. So I'm like, yeah, Auntie, what do you think? Now I got to get her talking because I can't let him see me, like, in my feelings on the phone. Like, I don't, yeah, Auntie, what do you think? So I'm letting her run her shit. They walk past. When I see they at the front, I'm like, because he got me fucked up. So that's that situation, right? So, boom, daddy cut his ass off maybe 2-3 weeks later, right? So, boom. I knew I was done with him. So, I came back that, like, 3 months, like I said, 3 months later after I got tested. So, February, I came back and I got tested again because it was almost spring break. And I knew I was about to pop big cat for spring break. If you never been to Miami spring break, you know what goes on. If you ain't got no glove, you ain't got no love. I'm popping cat for spring break. I'm young, I'm 20, about to be 21. So I have to do my big one. It's my last spring break as a college kid. So I already knew, I don't know who finna get it. And I was on Snapchat talking crazy. I was like, I'm single, I'm ready to mingle. You better hide your daughter. You better hide your mama, baby. You better hide your dad. You better hide your uncle. I'm fucking everybody. Not like literally, but that's how I was talking. I was talking hot shit. I was like, I'm single, I'm hot, I'm ready to mingle. I'm snatching up somebody's daddy. And if it ain't the daddy, I'm snatching up your daughter. Like, I'm talking real mad, real reckless, real crazy. Because at this time, it's like, this my last spring break. I got to make it count. I got to make a memory. Y'all know I made a memory. Because if you've been on my channel, you know my spring break 2019 story time. When I made my celebrity crush, my sneaky link. That's the same spring break. And the same spring break where I did it with Jacquees. You know what I'm saying? And not really Jacquees, but that's what we call him. That's his nickname on my channel, whatever. So, yeah, I had one on Friday and another one on Saturday and the same one for Saturday on Sunday. Baby, so, yeah, y'all know I popped big cat that week. Now, mind you, although I'm being a loose lady of the night, popping big cat, you know, girl, I was being protected with Big Daddy and Big Celebrity. Every round we did, we used a condom. And I made sure that, and of course they made sure that because it's spring break. He don't know me, and of course, you know, I know you from the internet, but I don't know you. So it's like, let's not be foolish around here. Let's not be foolish. And we did it a few times. I mean, like a few times. So I'm just like, I know for a fact I was safe. I was doing my big one. Insert DJ. Now, mind you, I had cut DJ off a little bit, but I had double back in like January, February to do a little something with him because I was, you know, I hadn't upped my roster yet, so I needed a little glove love. So I had did something with him, but it wasn't nothing too crazy. We wasn't doing nothing without no condom. So right after me and him had did something, I say about a week or two later in February, that's when I went and got tested. Came back. Everything was clean. Everything was good. She was like, Miss Mama, you good to go. You ain't got nothing going on. That's when I went out in spring break and I was popping cat. And I was shaking ass on the beach. You know what I'm saying? Tell me why 2 weeks after spring break, I keep doing this because they feel like it's on my eye. 2 weeks after spring break, DJ texts my motherfucking phone talking about, let me see if I can find the text message. Because I know for a fact, he called me and I was hot. This 2019, we had gotten into it again. We was arguing, child, 2009. Girl, fuck you and your auntie. So, long story short, I can't find it because I remember he said in the messages that his phone had got broken or lost or something. So he was writing me from my iCloud. But I went back to the iCloud and the messages don't start until May. And I know this happened in March for a fact because it was right after spring break. And I was still on my high from doing it with my celebrity crush. So, yeah. He goes and say, can you call me or something like that? So I called his phone. He was like, I just left the clinic and I just wanted to tell you, like, I feel like you gave me something because my test came back and I'm positive for syphilis. And I'm like, the big syphilis? You trying to say Miss Mamas gave you sister? I gave you what? Come again? I gave you what? Bitch, please. What did you just say to me? Yeah, I'm just saying, I'm not trying to offend you. It's just that I just left and I came back. You know, I went last week to go with my test results, and the lady told me this today that I have syphilis. And I was like, oh, congratulations to you, but bitch, I don't got syphilis. I went 2 weeks ago before spring break. I mean, I went in February before spring break after I fucked you, and I didn't have nothing. So how did I give you syphilis? So I started spazzing the fuck out. I said, you know what? Because now at this point, I'm hot. Because it's the second time you don't try to say I gave you something. The first time you try to say I gave you chlamydia, knowing damn well you gave it to me. Now this time you trying to say I gave you syphilis, and I don't have syphilis. My test came back negative. So now I'm storming through the motherfucking campus. So I can't even get to the clinic fast enough. Because I need this bitch to print my motherfucking results out right now, just like last time, so I can shove these bitches up in your face. So I'm like, now I'm calling on my friends. Last time I was trying to keep it kind of cute, kind of calm, so I only called my aunt. They knew the situation after the fact, but I had to get it all out to her. So now I'm calling my best friend. Best friend, this motherfucker got me fucked. I'm in front of the cab going off. He got me fucked up. This bitch shot a motherfucker said I gave his dirty ass some shit. I don't know who the fuck he been fucking out, but I ain't get him nothing. Other friend, Nemo, you better get your friend. You better get your friend. He done say, introduce me to this dirty ass nigga who tried to say I gave you some shit. I'm going off on the phone, all my friends. I'm going off on, I don't care who see me. I already ain't make it as a motherfucking 4-leaf clover girl. And I'm about to leave out of this bitch in 2, maybe 3 more months. I don't care about y'all. I want to embarrass him how he keep trying to embarrass me. You're not going to embarrass me in private and think I'm not going to embarrass you in public. So now I'm saying his name all extra loud and stuff because everybody know him around campus. Everybody know him around campus. So I'm just like, DJ got me out there trying to say I gave some shit, knowing damn well I just got tested before spring break. I don't got shit. I'm gonna go down there right now. Back in the days, I was very unhinged. Me in college was very unhinged. Like, if you would have met, and I tell you all the time, you would have met me in college, you probably wouldn't have stayed with me. Because I was very uncouth. And I didn't give a fuck. I didn't have decorum. I didn't care. I was young, turnt, and popping puss. Now, me, I'm very much settled and in my moment. Like, if you get me there, you really did your big win. Because, baby, I love to drive off on a bitch. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm going to block you. I'm going to hang up on you. I'm going to text you a long paragraph, short paragraph, no paragraph. I'm going to block you. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it takes for me not to be doing the most on my telephone. So, yeah, I'm just like storming the Capitol at this point, call it January 6th. Baby, I am at the clinic with Miss Mom. Yeah, can you print out my results from March, such and such? I just need a hard copy of them because we didn't have a portal or nothing like that we could just log on to and stuff. So she's like, oh, is something wrong? I was like, yeah, my partner, he said that he tested positive for syphilis. And I know I just got tested with you guys. So I'm just trying to make sure that everything was like, okay. So she was like, okay, well, I can turn the screen around and show you your thing. So she turned around. I said, yeah, how do I get it printed out? She was like, I got you. I can print it right now. I just wanted you to see it for yourself. So I was like, okay, cool. She prints it out. Baby, I'm like, where are you at? Where are you at? I'm calling. Because I know he's normally in class throughout the whole day. Because he was a music major. So, I can't remember what it's called. Something major. But, so they usually be in the music building all day. So I'm walking towards the music building. Next thing you know, I get a motherfucking phone call from him. Hey, I'm so sorry. I actually know who gave it to me. I just got off the phone with her and I want to apologize for accusing you of giving it to me. I know it's been a little while since you had did something. I just figured, maybe it was you because I hadn't did anything like seriously in a little while, but I had forgot that I was dealing with this one girl after you. So yeah, me and her spoke and it was her, it wasn't you. So I said, so who the bitch? Because now I'm going to cuss her out. So he's like, no, it's okay. No, it's not that deep. Like, I was like, no, it is that deep. Because it's just your second time accusing me of some nasty ass shit. You in that dirty bitch. So he's like, I'm so sorry. I won't do that again to you. It just was a misunderstanding. So now I'm like, okay. Because I was about to storm the Capitol. I was going to bust right into the music room. And so he was like, I'm so sorry. I just wanted to apologize and let you know I found out who it was. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So I calm my horses down. But you know I got on that motherfucking telephone. Bring, bring, bring. Bring, bring, bring. Calling my friends, telling them what has happened. So later, let's fast forward down the line. So about maybe when was it? I think it was April or May, one of those. Because I didn't leave school until July, y'all, by the way, so I can finish both semesters of my senior year. So I stayed and did summer, was it summer C? I think it was summer C, because it was summer A, summer B, and then summer C. So I think I did summer C, which it was a condensed version. Whatever. So, yeah, I was telling her what happened. I told my other friends what happened. And I was like, yeah, I can't believe that. So, circle back. This rumor gets started. I don't know how true it is. But it's this one girl. Of course, she's a part of choir and music. So, this is how I heard it through my friends, Nemo them. That this one girl, she was a loose coochie girl. Like, this was one girl on campus we called body bags. Because her body count was through the roof. But this girl, she had snuck right on that radar of the campus. We didn't even know she was a loose coochie bitch. So apparently, one night it was I can't even call it an orgy because she just was getting a train ran on. It was a gangbang. That's what it's called. It was gangbang. So 6 dudes apparently and her. And who, of course, is in this gangbang? DJ. So after hearing about this gangbang in the new buildings, and to all my FOMO people who did not hear about this story, I'm so sorry, girl. I found out because my choir people. But my choir girls was getting the scoop because all of this was involving a lot of people in choir and a basketball player and this dude, his girlfriend. Child, about 2-3 weeks later, not even, I think it was the next month, the rumor was saying that they was all itching and burning. And so they was like, why they was all itching and burning if everybody had on condoms? Well, apparently, 2 or 3 of them did not use a condom. And one of the people that they suspect, because she was telling the girl who got the train run on her, the gangbang done on her, she was telling her friends, and her friends had loose lips, so really they weren't her friends. And that's how the story had got out, because she was very free with herself and her body, so she ain't had no guilt about it. But apparently 2 or 3 of the guys did not use no rubber dub, and they believe that one of those 3 guys is the ones who spread the ST in the group. Because, she's sucking pain, she's getting it from the back, she's getting her ass cracked, and then, somebody dirty in the mix. And I think it was Mr. Syphilis and the group that got the rest of them cased up. Now, one of the dudes who was in the mix, he had a girlfriend. I know the girl, Nemo know the girl, and my other friend know the girl. And we just trying to get the tea from her because clearly if he was a part of this gangbang, he gonna come back with STD and give it to her. But she was real tight-lipped about it and everything. So I was like, damn. I want to know if he ended up passing it back to his girlfriend. What she did. She ended up just leaving the campus. She did not come back at all. She did not come back. He ended up coming out as gay. It was a lot. Oh, college. The good old nostalgic days. Just flow mode. Being at flow mode was just so messy. It was just so messy. It was every day was something. That's why I have so many story times. Because a lot of the timeline just will forever be intermixed. Because you could do something for one day and it feels like a week long. Like you could be in a relationship with a person for 2 weeks and it feels like 2 months. That's just was life. That was just life. So that's kind of how it went though. Like it was just that. And I tried to stay cool and cordial with him because he was like the go-to guy on campus, like for a lot of stuff. I can't really say what, because then the people at Flomo know exactly who I'm talking about when I say what he was the go-to guy for. And I just was like, I had to be cordial with him, even though I did not want to be cordial with him. And then on top of that, I used to be such a sucker. I'm still a sucker, but I don't get lit. But like, I was a naive sucker where I would be like, even though he broke my heart, we could still be friends. I used to be that dumb bitch. Now I'm the girl, you break my heart, I block you. I never want to see you again. I'm blocking you on Cash App. I'm blocking you on Venmo. I'm blocking you on Facebook. I'm blocking you on TikTok. I'm blocking you. I don't want no contact. Now I'm that girl. Back then I was we can be cordial. we could be friends, and then they swindle themselves back in my life some way, somehow. So yeah, that's it. That's all. I am officially out of breath from talking. Until next, I hope you guys liked this one. I hope y'all did. Until next time, Jews and Jems. Peace.